Hi there, it's Pete of Maverick Outdoors on Sunday the 9th of May 2010, and on that little panoramic view I wonder if you spotted my basha, my camp space I slept in last night. There it is. For those of you that have seen some of my videos before know that I like to blend in with the environment. So there's my obligatory bit of camo netting, and of course the new configuration of tarp that I've done a different one in comparison to what I've done before. So with a little bit of dead twigs put in front. The reason why I put those there in front of the camo netting is because a lot of the shrubbery has changed around here. Trees have been cut down, lots of stuff's been cut back, so it's a little bit more exposed. So from a distance there's lots of dead wood standing, as you can see around here. So if you're not actually looking for me, then you're not really going to know I'm behind those little bits of dead twig, which of course blends in a little bit more and breaks out the outline. As I say, those of you that might have seen my vids before will recognise the space where camo netting in front of the canoe that's on its edge, and then just coming round to the entrance where the ground is a bit more clearer. I've got a new tarp, which is your obligatory ripstop nylon camouflage. It's got some sort of writing on it when you can see it close up, but the reason why I chose it is because I like the drab colours, the camouflage, but it's actually a drab colour. It's not sharp, they're not bright, and they really blend into this sort of environment, an area that I normally would wild camp in, so it's just the job. So it's a really good tone of colour. But you'll notice I've got 8 fixing points. There's 2 at each corner, but there's one in the middle, one side affixed to the branch, and then going across on the other side it's fixed to another small bit of branch that's entwined on that big tree that I'm next to. And then of course I've got the 2 extendable poles either end. So initially, because I've been here before, and say some of you might recognise this space, I knew I was going to do an A-frame shape, so that's a pole either end and the A shape going either side. Once I'd connected up the 4 corners, just there, and obviously the one at the back which is connected to the tree, and then the other one just behind my rucksack which is connected to a little bit of foliage that's quite strong next to the tree, and then of course this corner one just down there on the bungee. By having the 2 either side, it elevates the type a bit higher, which means you've got more floor space underneath, so of course it's more comfortable. Let me show you inside. Inflatable mattress, first time I've used that, that was good. A little bit softer, whereas before I've used a 5-season foam mat, and slept in the 1 to 2 season army sleeping bag, which is rolled up there in that stuff sack. And also I wore on my legs, because I knew my upper body would be quite warm with the layers of clothing, and it was going to be a bit breezy around here, so I wanted to make sure I had a comfortable warm night's sleep. I wore these softy trousers which have got zips right up the sides, so you can put them on over your boots and over your clothes. So it's like having a really thin sleeping bag pair of trousers, so to speak. But back to the configuration, as you can see underneath it elevates it slightly, so it means you've got more floor space, whereas if this was coming down more at an angle here, it would bring the edge of the floor space narrower. Plus as well, as you can see, I can sit up and I can be in the middle, but I'm not limited to actually staying right in the centre if I was actually under an A-frame. So this works out really well. Plus as well, because I didn't expect the terrain and the foliage to be as cleared and less covered as what I was expecting, and as it was when I've come here before, it means that, you know, I could be a little bit more exposed as far as being seen here in the bivvy space. So by having these 2 points here and just there being higher, not only is it more practical space, as you can see, I mean I've nearly got enough room to swing a cat in here really, but I can see what's around me easier as well. Whereas if the tarp came down here, as you can see where my hand's coming down, I'd have to scoop underneath to actually see if there's anything or anyone around. So here, as you can see, just panning round, it's pretty good space. And there was a little bit of rain last night, very light, so of course with having these 2, just 2 final notes on this, by having these 2 midpoints higher, It means the water is more likely to flow that way down the corners rather than it dripping all the way along the side, so where it's going to go actually on the fall of the tarp itself. So really the 4 points at the corners are really going to be the main drainage areas where there won't really be that much rain dropping at the side, so of course it makes it more practical. Anyway, that's it in a nutshell, and I'll feature some more of my kit when I do either another configuration or on another canoeing maverick expedition. Anyway, I'll let you see what the view's like lying down, tarp above, river below.